the Amos and Andy Show with their guest tonight, Hugh Herbert. And now, our stars, Amos and Andy, and their guest, that wacky fellow of motion pictures, Hugh Herbert. Whenever Amos and Andy or any of their friends in Harlem need the services of a technical expert, they hurry to Fluky Harris's laboratory. Fluky is credited with a long list of scientific discoveries and inventions, none of which have ever worked. At the moment, Amos and Andy are in Fluky's laboratory to see if he has anything that will remove some spots from Andy's vest.
These spots ain't gonna be too hard to get out, Fluky. They ain't nothing but soup and gravy and soft stuff like that.
Andy, they got a thing out called a napkin. Why don't you try one of them sometime?
Oh, Amos, napkins is no good. When I tucks one under my chin, it protects the center of my stomach from gravy, but it leaves my sides wide open.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, let me get my magnifying glass on these spots here. Oh, look, fellas, there ain't nothing scientific about taking spots off. Fluke, ain't you got some kind of cleaner around here that you can rub a little on his vest there? Yes, I got something right here in the fruit jar. This ought to do it. Yeah, here, let me rub some of this on.
Yeah, go ahead. That's the idea. Say, that's great stuff, Fluky. Taking everything off clean as a whistle.
Yeah, I don't know what the stuff is, Fluky, but it sure looked like a great cleaner, all right.
Yeah, say, Fluky, while you're at it, can you rub them spots off my coat, too?
Yeah, well, Miss Anna, why don't you take the fruit jar along with you and clean the spots off at home?
Yeah, all right, I'll do that. You know, from now on, I might carry this jar along with me when I was invited out to supper. Then I can kind of sponge myself off while I was eating. Look, Kingfish, I've been here at your house now for a half hour. What's on your mind? Don't keep beating around the bush. Tell me what you want.
All right, and I want you to give me a clean-cut answer. Can you lend me $2?
No.
Well, that's clean-cut, all right. You know, Andy, I tell you what, I think a lot of you, old pal, and I want to,
Say, Andy,
Oh, what is it, Sapphire?
I just tried out this cleaning fluid you brought in that fruit jar, and it's wonderful stuff. Where'd you get it?
Well, I got it from Fluky Harris. He done mixed it up himself.
Well, I've just been trying it on some stains that no other cleaner would even test. You know, I know lots of people that would pay good money for a cleaner like this, and I only have to use a little of it, too.
It's really good, honey.
Good? Why, it's the best cleaner I ever used in my life. Here's the rest of the bottle, Andy. Thank you so very much.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Andy, you say that Fluky done mixed that cleaning stuff up himself?
Yeah, he had it in that fruit jar there in his laboratory.
Andy, I think we got a business deal here that's going to make us a fortune.
How you mean, Kingfish?
We is going to tie up Fluky Harris and put that stuff on the market. If it's only half as good as Sapphire say, it must be wonderful. In 20 years that I've been married to that hag, it's the first time that I ever hear her say anything good about anything. Hello, Brother Andy. Did you get a hold of Fluky?
Yeah, I did. He's coming right over here.
Oh, good. Now, while you was doing that, I done been phoning a lot of chemical companies to sell this stuff to. Got one here called the Herbert Chemical Company. Oh, that's really red hot butter.
Oh, yeah. They want to talk business, huh?
Oh, sure. I done talked with the president, Mr. Hugh Herbert, and he crazy about the idea. Yeah, this fellow, Mr. Hugh Herbert, is the leading chemical brain in the whole world.
How do you know that?
Well, he told me so. That's what he said.
Well, when are we going to see him?
Well, I got an appointment with him at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Soon as you get Fluky signed on the contract here, we can get right down there.
Oh, you got a contract here, huh? You think he's going to sign that?
Oh, sure. Why not? It's fair and honest to Fluky.
It is? Well, then why is we signing it?
Brother Andy, it just so happens that the fair and honest part of this contract happened to be on the short end. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's good. That's good.
By the way, you ain't said nothing to Fluky about us being interested in the cleaner, is you?
Oh, no. Like you was saying, we don't want him to know that we is tying him up just to get control of the cleaner.
No, quiet, and here comes Fluky now. Come on in, Fluky.
Yeah, hiya, Fluky. Come in.
Hello there, and hello, Kingfish. Hey, you boys want to see me about something? Yeah, Fluky. Me and Andy have been thinking the thing over, and we've been thinking what a great inventor you is, and how you ain't getting no place. Yeah, well, I guess that's right, all right.
Yeah, well, how would you like it if we was to make you a millionaire?
Yeah, I'd like that. If it ain't too much trouble for you. Now, look here, Fluky. All you got to do is to sign this contract. We got it right here. Let me read you the thing.
Yeah, listen to this now, Fluky. Go ahead, Kingfish.
Say, be it known to whom it may concern, and anybody else that who is interested, including myself, that I, Fluky Harris, party of the first part, see there, Fluky, we're making you the party of the first part.
Yeah, that's right.
Declares itself to be almost equal partners with George Kingfish Stevens and Andrew Hogg Brown. Brown and Stevens is to get 95% of the profits and the remaining 5%. Hereafter known as the lion's share. Goes to the inventor, hereafter referred to as Lucky Fluky Harris. Yeah, how does that hit you, Lucky? Now, wait a minute, though. Who gets 5% and who gets 95%?
Well, Kingfish, you better tell him.
Well, you see, Fluky, don't make much difference because it all adds up to 100%, which represents the full partnership, which we is all about. Everything is sub rosa on the deal. Yeah. Well, there's some sense to that, all right.
Kingfish, reading the contract. Go ahead, finish it up, will you?
Well, go on to say here, in consideration of giving the inventor this lion's share, the inventor gives his two partners the rights to all his inventions he has invented in the past 40 years. Yeah, that's good, all right. The only thing is I was only 35 years old.
In that case, you owes us 5 years.
Yeah, now, so put a little rider on the contract here. Just sign right here, Fluky. Just put your name right there. Yeah, is this thing really legal?
Oh, sure it's legal, sure. You see, it's got the halibut corpus right there and everything.
Okay. I'll sign it then.
Yeah, well, do it right now, Fluky, because we got to get down and see a man by the name of Hugh Herbert.
Hello. Hugh Herbert speaking. Woo, hello. 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 No answer. Hand me that other one, Miss Davis. Hand me the other phone.
Yes, Mr. Herbert.
Hello, Hugh Herbert speaking. Well, no answer on this phone either.
Mr. Herbert, you buzzed your own buzzer again.
I did? Well, I wonder what I wanted. What I wanted.
I don't know. You've been doing that for 5 years, and we've never found out.
Well, if I call again, please take the message.
All right.
All right, now let's get down to business. We're wasting time. Hand me my piccolo. Thank you. Can't understand it. Playing that piece for 5 years, but the last note never comes out right. Never.
Listen, Mr. Herbert, Mr. McGonigal, our general manager, is at home sick. I certainly think you should buckle down.
Good. Let's buckle. We'll buckle. Come on.
Shall we finish that letter you were dictating to Mr. Flugnuggle?
Oh, yeah, Mr. Flugnuggle. Woo-hoo. Funny name, Flugnuggle. You spell it with one or two knuckles. What is it? Huh? Two. Good. Funny name, Flugnuggle. Funny. Of course, it isn't half as funny as Nugfluggle. That's right. Nugfluggle is a much funnier name. Come to think of it, maybe we better write this letter to Nugfluggle.
But you don't know any Mr. Nugfluggle.
Oh, don't I? That's too bad. Probably a very nice fella. I tell you what. Let's write him a letter and tell him to drop in and we'll get acquainted, huh?
Mr. Herbert, we don't know such a man. We don't even know there is such a man. Now, getting back to Mr. Flugnuggle, I don't see why you want to write him a letter anyhow. You just wrote him one this morning.
Is that so? I did. Did he answer?
Mr. Herbert, it hasn't been mailed yet. Of course there's no answer.
No answer? Oh, read it back to me. Maybe I can answer it myself. Go ahead, read it back.
Mr. Herbert, I don't like to keep reminding you, but those two men are still waiting to see you about that cleaning fluid.
2 men? Cleaning fluid?
They phoned you this morning for an appointment. Coincidentally, while you were out at lunch, I had them demonstrate their fluid. We gave it all our usual tests, and they really got something.
Very, very thoughtful of you. I'd give you a raise, but you're making more than I am now.
Please, Mr. Herbert, this fluid is important. If you'll recall, at the last board of directors meeting, it was brought out that unless we get a cleaning fluid to compete with Parker Chemical Company's Spot Dough, our whole sales organization is going to be in trouble.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Shall I show these two men in now?
Yeah. Show them in. Hand me my piccolo, and I'll march them in.
You may come in now.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Coming right in.
Oh, yes. Thank you, miss. Thank you.
Oh, I wonder why so many tunes end up with a sour note.
Mr. Herbert, this is Mr. Stevens and Mr. Brown. I was just telling Mr. Herbert that your cleaner may be just what we need to compete with Parker's Spot Go.
Parker's Spot Go?
Yes, Parker's are our biggest business rivals.
By the way, I'm going to call Parker and tell him we got a cleaner that'll put your Spot Go right off the market. Will his face turn red? I wonder how he looks in red. Mm-hmm. Wait till I tell him what we got here. Wait till I tell him.
And in the meantime, Mr. Herbert, I'll have the men sign the contract you told me to draw up and give them your check for $250.
Good. Oh, well, I tell Parker where to get off. Him and his Spot Go.
Hello?
Parker, this is Herbert.
Oh, it's you again.
Yeah, I know something you don't know. We got a new cleaner that'll knock your Spot Go right off the market.
Oh, yeah? That's what everybody says.
Yeah, when we bring this out, you'll be the forgotten man. Goodbye, Smith.
My name is Parker.
You see, I've forgotten you already. Goodbye. Oh, I guess that'll hold him. By the way, where's this new product?
I got it right here, Mr. Herbert. Let me show you how it works.
Yeah, we'll show you. Let's have that jaw, Andy. Uh-oh. There goes the fruit jaw, Andy.
Oh, me.
Oh, what a shame. Too bad. Well, no use to crying over spilled cleanup. Just bring another sample.
Yes, and according to that contract you signed, you must also bring us the formula for the cleaner within 48 hours.
Yes, ma'am. We'll have it here. Just don't worry about nothing. Wish Fluky would get back to his laboratory here so we can get that cleaning fluid sample and the formula.
Yeah. Only got 1 day left to get it, too. The thing we ought to done was to come here yesterday right after you busted that sample of Mr. Herbert.
Yeah, that's what we ought to have done, all right.
Yeah.
We couldn't come yesterday, though. By the time we got that check and cashed it, we done split the $250, it was too late.
Yeah.
So, by the way, you lucky you ain't got a waif like Sapphire to take the money right away from you. She out spending it now.
Yeah, well, to tell you the truth, Kingfish, I ain't so lucky. What Sapphire is to you, the finance company is to me.
So your money's gone, too, huh?
The best part of it.
Yeah, well, everything gonna be all right when we,
Wait a minute.
Hello, fellas. What you doing here in my laboratory?
Well, we've been waiting here for you, Fluky.
Yeah, Fluky, we is here to get some more of that cleaning mixture you give Andy. Yeah, cleaning mixture, I ain't got no more.
Well, you can mix up some, can't you, Fluky?
Yeah, well, I could if I knowed what was in it. Yeah, well, just thought, if you knowed what was in it. Well, let me tell you what happened. I had a lot of bottles on the shelf over the sink, and the shelf fell down and broke all the bottles. The stopper just happened to be in the sink, so I just scooped up the mixture and put it in the fruit jar. Say, you mean that you didn't mix up that stuff to be a cleaner, that it just got mixed up by accident? Yeah, sir, that's right.
Well, look, Fluky, ain't you got any of them busted bottles that was on the shelf? Can't you figure out what was in the mixture?
Yeah, there was 5 bottles that got busted. One was glycerin, one was alcohol, one was boric acid, the fourth was violet water, and the fifth one I can't remember. Oh, me, Andy, we done spent the money.
Fluky, you got to remember, we're going to be in an awful mess. We got to have that formula.
Yeah, and if we ain't got it, we is all liable to go to jail, and that includes the party of the first part, too.
Well, with some of the money already spent and Fluky's memory drawing a blank on that fifth ingredient, Andy and the Kingfish are really in a spot. We'll learn what happens in just a moment.
alone. Because to tell you the truth, I'll be lonely. I don't mind being lonely. When my heart tells me you are lonely too, I'll walk alone. They'll ask me why, and I tell them I'd rather. There are dreams I must gather. Till we fastened the net, you held me tight. I'll always be near you wherever you are. Each night in every prayer, if you call, I'll hear you. No matter how far, just close your eyes, and I'll be there. Please walk alone and send your love and your kisses to guide me. Till you're walking beside me, I'll walk alone.
And now back to Amos and Andy and their guest, Hugh Herbert. Well, now the boys have only a little more than 24 hours to deliver the exact formula for their sensational cleaning fluid. A formula which even Fluky Harris, its accidental discoverer, doesn't know. The scene opens in Hugh Herbert's office, and his secretary has just come in.
Mr. Herbert.
Oh, come in.
Mr. McGonagall has gotten out of his sick bed because of this cleaning fluid deal, and he insists on seeing you right away.
McGonagall? Sounds familiar. Who do I know by the name of McGonagall,
Mr. Herbert, Mr. McGonagall has been general manager here for 40 years.
Oh, yeah, I think I remember him. Oh, yeah. Bring him in. Bring him in. I'll be glad to meet him.
Okay, Mr. McGonagall.
Thank you, Miss Davis.
Oh, it's you. What's on your mind? Anything wrong?
Anything wrong? Mr. Herbert, I promised your father I'd try to keep you from ruining this business. I leave this office for a few days, and you sign up for an unknown and untried cleaning fluid. You spend thousands in advertising this product will be on the market next month. You spend more thousands in cartons, labels, posters, advertising it this way. You've got our distributors bellowing for samples and stocks. And not only do we not have any samples, we haven't even got the formula. Oh, no, there's nothing wrong.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that.
Mr. Herbert, do you realize what you're doing to Herbert Chemical Company's reputation?
Oh, Mr. Herbert, those two men are here with the formula for the cleaning fluid.
Oh, good. Bring him in. You see, McGonagall, everything's fine. Come in, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You got the formula, huh? Got samples, too?
No, sir, we ain't got no samples, Miss Herbert, but we got the formula.
Yeah, the only thing is there was 5 things in the mixture, and right now we can only tell you what 4 of them is.
Look, let me see this formula you've got.
Oh, yes, sir, Miss Herbert. Here, it is right there. Got it all good out there for you, that is.
Glycerin, alcohol, violet water, boric acid. Why, these ingredients wouldn't form a cleaning fluid. You don't even state how much of each to use or how they were mixed.
Oh, no, easy. You just put 4 bottles up on the shelf with the 5th bottle that you don't know what's in it and knock them all down in the sink and you got it.
Yes, sir, and then scoop the mixture up in a fruit jar, and there you is.
Oh, fine. That's great. For a minute, I was afraid we wouldn't have a cleaning fluid to fight Parker's spot go. Well, but this will be easy. I can knock the bottles off the shelf myself.
Mr. Herbert, keep quiet. And you two men, do you think you can fool me the way you have Mr. Herbert?
No, sir. No, sir.
Well, you can't. And get this straight. You've signed a contract guaranteeing to produce the formula. You accepted and cashed our check for $250. Now, if you don't have that formula here by tomorrow noon, I'm going to jail you for obtaining money under false pretense.
So you see, Shorty, that's why me and Andy has got to use your barbershop for a scientific laboratory. So if we can discover what the 5th ingredient was in the cleaning mixture.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
You see, Shorty, we've been over to the toy store, and We done bought this kid's chemistry set here, and all we need is your wash bowl and some of your shaving mugs. You might help us holding the mugs. I don't think none of the stuff is going to explode.
Oh, now listen, Shorty. We just got to find the fifth ingredient. Do you know anything about chemistry?
Oh, so I used to work at a drugstore. I was watching mix that you. I used to help a man once that he put. I was one of the smallest. What's chemistry?
Shorty, listen. Ain't you got no idea about something that'll take out spots?
Some of my customers claim that my hair tonic does. I know it takes out hair.
Yeah, now, the thing we got to do is to put 4 of the ingredients in a lot of the shaving mugs. Then we go along and add some chemicals to each one till we get it right. Now, listen, Shorty, you was all through for today. You go ahead home.
Yeah, this is a little dangerous. You better go on home.
Well, I don't mind if you. I'll be glad to stick. I can stay to if you don't want me to. I don't care if it explodes. Good night.
Well, Kingfish, I got all these bottles of chemicals ready. Now, what's the next thing? What you mixing there in the wash bowl?
Well, fixing a big batch of glycerin, the boric acid, alcohol, and violet water. Now, them is the 4 things we know is what's in the cleaning mixture. From now on, we're going to call this stuff NK. That's the chemical word for node quantity. Now, hand me one of them chemicals, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, here you is, Kingfish.
Now, let's see. The stuff really bubbling there, ain't it, Andy? Yeah. Rub some of this stuff on your coat there.
Yeah. Say, Kingfish, you know that brown gravy spot I had on there?
Yeah.
Well, it ain't brown no more. It's red.
Yeah, well, we'll keep trying, Andy. Hand me another one of them chemicals. And we'll keep this thing up if it takes us all night.
Kingfish, look, I have got to get some sleep. Let's give the whole thing up. We've been here in Shorty's barber shop all night.
And I just as tired as you is, but we've still got 2 more chemicals to try.
Yeah, so far we done tried 28 of them, and what happened? All we done was turn that gravy spot 28 different colors.
No, I wouldn't say that. You got to admit we done hardened the gravy spot up a lot. In fact, it looked more like a button now.
Yeah. Well, here's one more. Pour some of this in the shaving mug.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Well, at least we won't have to rub that on my coat.
Yeah, if we could have held on to that, we might have had a new secret weapon there, you know.
Well, all right. Now, here's the last chemical.
What is it?
You say sulfuric acid.
Yeah, pour a lot of that in the mug there, son.
Yeah. Well, at least that stuff don't hiss at you.
No, that's the first one that sounds friendly, ain't it? Yeah.
Yeah, now, wait a minute. Let me rub some of that on my coat lapel here.
Say, Andy, look.
Yeah, I just noticed that. The gravy spot done disappeared.
Andy, we got it.
Yeah.
We got it, Andy. Look here. Oh, that's perfect. Look here. Let's get down to Mr. Herbert right away.
Yeah, King. Wait a minute. I put on my derby here. Yeah. And let's bring along that last chemical.
Oh, yeah. We can tell him now that we got... hold it, Andy. Hold it.
What's the matter?
Your lapel is missing. Now, look here, Fluky. You will just got to remember what is in the 5th bottle.
Yeah, Fluky. If you don't, me and the Kingfisher's going to jail at noon.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to remember it, boys.
Fluky, Mr. Herbert's going to be here any minute. You got to think fast.
Well, I'm thinking, let me see here now. It wasn't ketchup, and it wasn't shoe polish.
No. Oh, wait. Uh-oh. Mr. Herbert. Oh.
Hello, man. Have you got that fifth ingredient? If you have, good. If you haven't, shame on you.
Look, Mr. Herbert, Fluky here is trying to remember it now, and he's getting warmer all the time.
Yeah, of course, he ain't really steaming yet.
Yeah, it would help if everybody would be quiet.
That's right. That's true. A man can't think if there isn't quiet and peace. Even a woman can't think if there isn't quiet. Come to think of it, I never knew a woman that was quiet. Always talking, always jabbering. Can't stand them. I married one of them. Wonder what happened to her. Haven't seen her around for the last 2 years.
Wait a minute. I think Fluky getting ready to remember there. Come on, Fluky. Strain every brain in your head there. What's in the fifth bottle? Well, I know it ain't vinegar.
Look, my good man. You've got to remember it. We'd be the laughing stock of the whole town. We simply got to have a product to compete with Parker. Yes, sir, we go out to beat Parker's spot going.
Wait a minute. I got it. I know what was in the fifth bottle.
Good. What was it?
Parker's spot gold. Yeah.
This is the Armed Forces Radio Service.